Okay.
Tim.
Oh, hey, there you are.
Hi.
Running a little late here.
Yeah.
Happy
Sorry
Valentine's
Happy
Day
Valentine's
to you.
Yes, you too. I was just running a little late because I wanted this pork to be, you know, it's a very special pork. I had it in the sous vide machine all day, and it came from a small province in Japan.
Oh, I just want to, go ahead.
You know, it's every Valentine's we have during the food course, it's my turn to do the food, so I thought I would do the pork. And if you could just let me get through the description and then whatever you have to say.
Yeah, I just want to, but go ahead.
Yeah.
You finish your thought.
So this pork is a wonderful pork that came from, it's not much, here we go. It came from Japan, and these particular pigs were raised by only eating acorns. So it has a really nice nutty taste, you know. And then I did a 24-hour marinade on it with some parsley, oregano, sage, salt and pepper, and that really gave a nice spice. And I really slow cooked it in the sous vide for hours, 4 hours. And then at a 500-degree oven, I put it in there. I got a nice sear.
It sounds good. Are you finished?
Yeah.
It's just, my doctors told me I got to be on 0 grams of pork. And
No, I checked with Matt, and he said pork was fine when I cooked this.
I have to be honest with you. I spoke with my doctor yesterday. He says if I get even a little bit of whiff of pork, he's worried that I could be in danger. So I apologize. I can't have one, even a little bit. I can't have one. They said I should be on a 0 grams of pork diet.
Yeah, but you can have a cheat day.
I'm telling you, I just spoke with my doctor. You know, he's the real
You're still
deal.
at Dim's?
Yeah, Dr. Dim, and
Yeah.
I'll call him. I'll see what he has to say if he gives me a cheat day, but I don't know. Yes, it's patient Heidecker. Need to speak to Dr. Dim. Is he? I understand it's Valentine's Day Eve, but I need to speak to him immediately. It's an emergency. Can you put
Tell
me
him
through?
there's no GMOs or antibiotics. It
Hi,
should be
Dr.
fine.
Dim. It's me, Tim Heidecker, and my best friend just brought over pork, unfortunately, and I'm just getting sort of the read from you. Can you give me clearance to have just a little bite? I mean, even talking just like a little bit, because it's a cheat day, or he says it's totally fine to eat.
Yeah, it's high quality pork.
No, I understand. No, I know. I know.
What's he saying?
I know. I know.
Let me talk.
I know. He wants to talk to you, doctor. Okay, hold on.
Hi, Dr. Dims. It's Eric Werheimer. How are you? Yeah, this is quality pork. This is GMO. Oh, really?
I told you.
Not even. You shouldn't even be in the same room with them.
I told you.
Oh my God.
I told you.
I'm okay. Sorry to interrupt you again, doctor. I just worked so hard on this pork, but Okay. Yeah. Have a good night.
I told you.
Wow.
But listen, it's beautiful. I love mashed potatoes. We'll eat around it. I want to get to the wine course because I know
fun.
you're a wine guy.
Yeah.
You've been doing such a great work with the wine business, and it's really terrific. So I went to my guy at Vaughn's, and I asked him for some recommendations, and he said that this is already corked. He says this is corked wine, and you're gonna love it. If that's something you would be. This is a cork wine, he said.
Right.
Corked wine, he said.
Right. I appreciate it, but I said don't go to Vaughn's. But if you're going to give me a present, I'll go to Vaughn's because they don't really have fine wines. And corked is a bacterial infection that isn't in the cork. So he probably was saying to not get it.
He said it was corked wine, though.
Yeah, that means bad. Toss it. Don't share it with your friend.
All right.
Thank you so much. let's move on to the third part of our Valentine's tradition, which is the poem portion.
Yes, my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a good one for you, but you go first.
Okay, I'll go first. I'm going to read my poem, and I brought a special surprise for you as well. Tim, you are the one I love with all my might. You are the one I'm thinking about every night. The one that helps me make things right. The one I dream of when I sleep at night. The one I think of when I hug my pillow tight. The one I'm not giving up without a fight. I touch your pickle and I give it a little bite. You are a regular man, and I'm a man with height. You are like the star Uranus, and you shine so bright.
Nice.
But keep this over here so you can have this at home.
It's a pretty poem, yeah.
Yeah, and this is just a...
Okay.
I know we said no gifts,
Yeah, I didn't get you anything. This would be interesting.
I just thought this would be something you could have at home and you can share with your family and maybe...
Oh, nice. That's nice.
It's Valentine's, so yeah, you can put that in the family room or...
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Now my poem. I worked really hard on this. A little interesting. Okay. Sorry, I'm just on my phone. Light like vibrancy, bouncing from you. Electric charge, red, violet, magenta. You, a wheat field, rolling hills, like a mountain, forever tall, revered, eternal. Vibrancy, vibrancy, vibrancy. That was my original.
That's it? Mm-hmm. I was hoping for a poem with some rhyme in it.
I know, I just wanted to mix it up this year.
Yeah.
I thought it would be interesting to hear something without the same. I mean, I liked your poem too, but that was very similar to the poem you read me last year.
Right, but I do like my poems rhymed. And that was interesting. It was artistic.
It was. Thank you.
Next year we can get back to, just getting the rhymes down and.
I could put rhymes in that if you need it, but
it was a bunch of words.
Yeah, man, this sucks.
What are we gonna do?
This was always our big night every year, big Valentine's Day. We got the meals, the wine, and the poems. Nothing worked out right this time.
We blew it. I don't know what could save this shit now.
I have an idea. Why don't we watch some of our most famous romantic-themed Tim and Eric sketches from our past? We can
I'd love to.
Watch that and laugh. We're here. We're
Wow.
back. That was interesting.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a little comedy sketch we wrote with our writing team. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Material. I didn't get a chance to review the material too closely until about an hour ago.
Yeah, I could tell.
We look like we're judges at the Rose Day parade or something.
No, I like it.
This is nice. We're probably going to loosen things up a little bit as the evening goes on.
Yeah, this is a watch along. This is about fun. This is about love, Valentines. We did a lot of romantic bits in our career, and we thought, what a good way to spend a Valentine's Eve than to watch some of the clips.
Okay.
And just appreciate them together.
I totally agree with you. How's the sound? Am I blasting? It's okay?
You're okay.
Okay. Shall we just get things rolling and start watching our own stuff?
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun watching our own stuff. If you guys have some questions, you could tell Matt about them, and we'll maybe take a break. And we are going to be doing a kiss, but the kiss will come
After the piss,
Yeah.
which we do a nice piss break about halfway through.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably have to start going one in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to hold it as hard as I can until we take an intermission.
Yeah.
And then we're beginning with one of the bits from, is it Carol and Mrs. Henderson? Soon to become Carol and Mrs. Henderson.
Gotta be.
Let's start watching, and then we will talk about exactly where our heads were at when that comedy came into being.
There we go.
This monitor's too big.
I know. I have to tell you people, though, real quick. During that whole introduction there, Eric and I, the thing that we're watching this on is it's basically full screen us right now. And if there's two guys on this planet who like looking at each other more, and it's us. So we're just down here going.
We could do this all night.
That could be our next show. All right, take it away. This is from
Carol.
Austin Show season 1. Carol and Mrs.
Wow, season 1?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Amazing.
I don't have any accurate information. I think it is.
Jojo Manelli.
T. Howard.
There he is.
Hey, Carol.
That's the best that Baldwin ever
Henderson.
looked. The first time, then it got worse and worse.
Thank you. Looking real good, real hot.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Good too. Man, I'd like to take you home and snack on you tonight.
Eric loves this
Me,
bit.
I can't.
Thank you. I just had my hair cut.
Whew. Good enough for a poke.
There it is.
It's my dream, sir.
Tell you what, why don't I take you back in my office? I'll take care of that for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
How did this
What are you,
I hate
nuts?
to be
You're a
this
cow.
guy, but where did this even come from?
You're a cow.
I don't even know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Was it the song?
Should we stop for a sec?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, so this isn't the first Carol, Mr. Henderson. This is.
Yeah, it is.
No, this isn't.
What?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the very first sketch.
105.
Yeah, it's the original, buddy. And I don't know what it was. I don't know where it came from. There must have been the song. There must have been the idea of get your poke on.
Yeah.
That has to have been it. And then it's like, what's the setup for that? How do we get to a place where these characters are singing about that? And then, I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no memory of any of this.
I remember us being like, "This. What is an office dynamic that you've never seen on TV? The most inappropriate." Just playing around with, what people are into sexually and workplaces.
It was a little bit of a S&M situation.
Yeah.
It's like she enjoys the abuse.
Carol loved it. Yeah. It's not appropriate. You shouldn't be saying that in the workplace, but she loved it.
Okay, let's watch.
I'm upset.
She's obsessed.
Tongue work. Perfect for Valentine's.
Get in shape.
Yikes. A lot of story going on.
Yeah. Here we go. This was probably a $10 suit. You know, like really bad. I remember my family being like, "You look like grandma." My grandma was a big woman.
Hiding. I remember the big problem with this was always hiding your sideburns in the wig and taping the wig down to the side.
Sucked.
Oh, and this guy
I'm
was
gonna be out
great.
Thursday
so good.
and Friday. I'm getting the ears professionally cleaned.
Oh, that's a good move. Worth every penny.
Well, it has gotten very infected in there.
Who's doing it?
Anderson,
Towering.
for you.
Carol, you are looking fantastic. Come in here.
So I
God,
guess
sit
the
down.
original joke was that
Hey,
you
Larry.
tried to lose some weight from me.
Yeah.
Wow, what have you been doing, Carol? You on a diet or something?
Just taking care of myself.
This
Thank
is
you.
just the way I like it.
Touching you, touching that bulge.
Good enough for a poke, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely.
Are you,
Absolutely.
Are you serious?
I am very serious.
Joints right
Hey,
in.
well, why don't you come by my office in a couple hours and we'll make sure that goes down.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh man.
Oh.
Oh,
Larry,
What
Oh, that's a Sopranos.
you do that for?
Was that a real incident there?
That,
where you
yes,
actually got hurt?
yes. We didn't have, of course, any money for stunt, people to do stuff. So it was a candy glass thing, and I remember Rosie or someone, I was like, "Is this gonna hurt?" Like, no, it's fine. And he did it, and I put a huge gash through my wig into my head. But it was worth it because it looked pretty good.
What do you mean what?
Oh, well, there you go. Oh,
Wow.
Wow. Okay. I think we're stuck in season 1 here of Awesome Show still, right? This is... All right. Now, this is... First of all, I think all I can remember about this is where we shot this was a place where they actually shot adult films.
Adult films, music videos, and at night it was run by these meth heads, and they would do swingers nights in all of those facilities.
Sets.
Yeah,
Right.
So it was a naughty, dirty place.
Yeah, it was pretty disgusting.
Perfect for our budget.
The woman in this was also a woman that worked in the in that industry.
She was she's an actor.
Adult actress.
Abby something.
Abby, what was her name? Somebody said it earlier in the... Brooks. Abby Brooks.
Abby Brooks.
And then we have David Cross, who this is the first time he appears in our show, but we obviously knew him through Bob, and I'm pretty sure we gave him the song the day he showed up, and he sang it on location. We recorded him on location, and then he lip synced to it. He's a very there he is.
He also we set up the microphone in one of the rooms, which was just for the swing nights. It was literally bunks of beds with red sheets on them, and we just jammed a microphone in between like the mattress, and he was singing standing up.
Yeah.
I remember him turning to us and be like, "This is a low point in production." Like you could see like the semen and the cocaine just everywhere.
I haven't watched a lot of these, but I did watch this one, and I couldn't. So it's a weird one.
Let's check it out. I haven't seen it in a while.
I want to tell. I can't exactly figure out what's going on here. Take a look.
Let's try to uncover it.
What the nut is.
Yeah. It was our first time working with a porn actor.
Pizza pie. Did anybody order a pizza pie?
Oh, that's me. I ordered a large pie.
Wow. Looks like you had a nice workout.
You know, after I work out, I get really hungry for some sausage.
Oh.
Pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, but what about the breadsticks I ordered?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're all out of breadsticks.
Well.
That's a cross classic.
Yeah.
Let's not just smack on this.
Remember when those glasses were okay
yeah.
for men to wear?
This is gonna be really
So
good.
alt comedians had those glasses.
What am I supposed to do with this thing?
Hey, there are other ways besides intercourse with a man's penis and a woman's vagina to show you love someone.
But I don't understand.
Well, listen to this song I just farted out. I think you'll like it. Maybe.
Some cross comedy.
Yeah. We're big.
But his voice is so good.
Yeah.
He's got a legitimately beautiful
Yeah.
voice. He should put out real music.
He's always done. This was with sideburns. Like I had sideburns. Every alt comedian has sideburns. Horrible. I can't believe I didn't have a goatee.
Yeah, he came. He was like, "I'm not shaving for this bit." You understand that, right?
Yeah.
This is. I look legitimately like the way I want to look.
Yeah.
This isn't
This move. I like this knee thing.
good knee work. Big baggy jeans. But you know what I mean? Well, the idea of this bit
Hey,
was
is your girlfriend trying to pressure you to take it to the next level? Well,
doesn't
here's
have
a
a
hint.
penis.
Next time
Yeah.
she goes for a touch downstairs, slap her hand and say, no touch. I ain't no ho-ho.
Was it
See you later.
abstinence? Like a.
I don't think I'll say this. I don't think we would explore those concepts these days.
No. I think it was early. It was like, well, obviously like a porn parody,
Right.
which it was that.
You're like, what if we did a porn parody, but we turned it on its head, and he didn't have a
Yeah.
wiener. And it's a pretty good song, but nothing like terribly funny about it. I'll admit it. I think that's not the greatest thing we've ever done.
No. It's not the best sketch, but we also like working with David Cross was awesome. Like we grew up with Mr. Show,
Mm-hmm.
loved Bob and David, and he was like,
He was very supportive.
yeah. It was also an early awesome show. We would shoot like 5 of those things in one day.
Yeah.
You know, we'd have 1 hour to kind of do that, and
Then he came back and did Pussy Doodles, which is
Oh,
a much
that's-
better
yeah.
experience.
Yeah,
But we can't show that because there's nothing romantic about it. See the trouble? See the trouble we've boxed
Yeah.
ourselves in? Can't show Pussy Doodles because
Yeah.
of the concept of the night. It's trouble.
It sucks. It sucks.
Okay, what's next? Maybe what's nice about tonight is
Oh, here we go.
is things will get better as our work evolves.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit chronological.
It would be fun if we knew what. Oh, that looks bad. That looks real bad. What could we find out? What episode, like what season we're in? It'd be fun for the fans.
I believe we're in season 1 still.
Yeah, I can tell you. Is my mic working?
Yeah.
Do they hear me? This is from now we're on to season 2.
Oh, okay. Season 2.
This is not our first Lieberhart song, I imagine.
When we did Awesome Show, did we do 1 season and then we got a new order, or
Yeah.
did we have a couple seasons?
I think we did 1 and then waited to find out if we were going to do more.
Please.
We're still waiting on season 6.
So season 1 had Salome by David Lieberhart, and we brought him back for season 2. And this was a more romantic song.
Found the love of my life. She is
This is back when David Lieberhart didn't shave his head.
and I am the star
I love-
orbiting around her, so we can be in love forever.
Do you want me to take the Bluetooth out?
I fell in
No.
love with a girl named Merkama.
And I love her a lot.
I love her to bit. I wanna kiss her on the lips.
No, Merkama's turn.
Named David Lieberhart.
That's some good falsetto.
I wanna make love to you like light and dark, like the stars at night.
I love
There's a nice
Yeah.
symmetry of
I love her to bit.
bits. I want to kiss her on the lips.
I love her to bit. I wanna kiss her on the lips. I love her to bit. I wanna kiss her on the lips.
I don't know. Can we talk about the writing,
Yeah,
songwriting
I was-
process of this? Because it's
one of
very
my favorite
interesting.
parts.
People don't really know about this. We'd have David come in, and I had this. I don't know how I got this. I got this Casio
You had it
keyboard.
forever.
I was my favorite thing because it had all these pre-programmed styles of you press down on the bass and it would be like doom doom doom, and then you could do a little melody thing. And so I used to sit down there with David and the Casio and it would be a jam session with him, and we had an intern who would be just transcribing whatever he was singing, and we would just I'd be like, that's good, go back and let's work on that little part.
Yeah,
What
make
are you
that a
singing
chorus.
about? Markama.
And each time he would come in, he would bring his puppets.
Right.
And we would talk to him. Okay, which puppets did you bring?
What do you wanna sing?
Yeah, what concepts do you want to? Wow.
And I would just be jamming on those sounds on the Casio. Let's bring the tempo up a little bit. And then find a little melody line. And then we would do it kind of live.
Yeah.
And I'd be right off camera playing, and we'd be kind of like, directing him a bit to move to the next part of the song. And it was a fun way to make things.
It was awesome. And we another interesting fun fact is we went on tour with David all across America once, like a 30-city tour, which was wild. And during his bit, our tour manager, John Mugar, would have to bring out the puppets and whisper in his ear, Markama. And he gave him the puppet just so he would know, like, he would get a little confused of, like, what song he's got to do. Yeah. And as soon as he heard Markama, he knew this was Kiss on the Lips, and he nailed it.
There he is.
Yeah, and he did have a lot of, why we picked this for Valentine's Day, he did have a lot of relationships that were sort of unconventional, some with aliens, some with puppets. Mm-hmm. And we just...
I appreciate man-puppet love.
Yeah.
I'm not shaming anybody that has a relationship with a puppet.
No, we're not making fun of him for puppet love. We just kind of wanted to support it, I guess, make a song and video out of it.
What do we have next?
Oh, wow.
My husband's gone.
He's left for what? Everyone sing.
I love seeing the guy in my...
Oh. I shot this one, I think.
Oh, yeah, you shot all
Come
these.
over.
I've done my shoulders, I swept the floor. You make me wet when you come through the door.
Oh, come on. This was like a karaoke. We were obsessed with karaoke videos.
Yeah, and this woman named Jan Terry.
Yeah.
We can look up Jan Terry if you haven't seen it. She was like a outside artist, Chicago woman that made videos like this.
Yeah. Oh, come over. Here we go.
Sing it, everyone. When you...
No man can. Shirt off. So this song was about an affair, which is not cute, but I guess Valentine's Day is about all kinds of love, even extramarital.
When you come over, we will make love all afternoon. When you come over, we will make
Love and kiss and hug and do things we shouldn't do. Zoom in.
Uh-oh.
The camera
This
work.
guy's amazing. Oh, and your camera work, too. But
Mira.
Bani. I don't know how we found her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're not experts on our own stuff here. But
No.
believe me.
We probably found her through casting, LA casting, like a lot of our
Jennifer Mims.
actors. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
There's
geez.
Jennifer Mims. And then we started doing a series of songs with her, which I hope we're going to watch.
Oh,
We'll
she has a
get it
big...
again.
She has a whole fan club on Facebook, apparently. They have Jennifer Mims official fan club. Hello, friends? And JenniferMims.com is available right now, I guess. So, yeah, I think that's Davin making the track there.
Yeah.
And then we had that great band Built to Spill make a cover of that song.
Oh, yeah, that was amazing.
Little trivia there.
Well, I just need a cheese snack of something.
We got some. Ready? Play?
Oh, we got Carol and Mr. Anderson Part 2.
Wait.
Hey, piggy.
Is this a whole other episode?
How many breakfasts do you have this morning, huh?
See, wait, pause.
yeah.
Back up a sec. Look at this wig work. This
Yeah.
is terrible stuff.
I remember you getting upset.
I'm sure.
You were just like, dude, this looks it looks so bad.
This is not legit. Like, we're on TV, folks.
Yeah.
Like, we're making a TV show. What does it take to do something that looks real? I've seen this a million times.
It looks like they had to color your face yellow to match the plastic.
Yeah,
wig.
there's so much compensation that goes on. I mean, like, That's okay. Yeah, that works
was
okay.
fun.
Now, A/B it, Eric. That's okay there.
A/B.
But yeah, if you look back on where we were, it's.
But look how bad, even the side hair looks so bad. It's just this poof. It makes my wig look good.
Yeah, no man has hair like that. It's not based on anyone. Anyways.
Looks like you had 4 or 5, maybe. Looking like a burrito this morning.
Thank you, sir.
I got to tell you about this fantasy I've been having. Dip my wick into some poison, the kind that keeps your rod numb, so I can go in and stay in for a while. The only problem with that is it's very dangerous to the vaginal wall. So
this is the shoot where you couldn't keep it together, I think, right?
I lost it.
That would be nice, sir.
Tim went on a run.
Thought I was gonna.
Wait, so the burrito stuff is not in this?
I think we just heard
Mr.
it.
Henderson,
Okay.
I actually made you a present. It's a private videotape of myself.
It's totally see the sideburns when I look.
Excuse me. Attention staff, please report to the conference room for a special TGIF
Larry's stoked.
screening.
Actually, that was just for you, sir, not for everyone.
Wow.
It's very mean. You
Yeah.
know?
But people pay for this kind of experience in dominatrix
Hey,
setting.
Something. But I mean, I think the overarching idea was. Whoa.
Whoa. Amy Man?
It is Amy
I
Mann.
forgot about this.
This is a beautiful song.
Yeah.
There's no way she knows what the context of this was. No, she's like, I didn't watch. Hey, I want to watch that scene I did the song for. It's like, no, we don't have a copy of that. Sorry, Amy.
This is kind of sweet. Yeah, this is kind of harsh concepts, but
I think it's like, oh, he is actually into me.
yeah.
He is into me. That's the vibe we're going for. See, look at how bad that is.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That is. It's like I've had plastic surgery on my face.
Like, this
Burn.
is sweet. Like, okay, I do love you. I love you. Oh, there you go. Yeah. I know.
I love you.
I know.
I know.
We could never end things like appropriately.
Yeah, that's funny. I know.
I know.
That's the whole idea behind this sketch, is that
I know.
you think I'm abusive, but I actually want this, and I actually do love you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take off my blazer.
You blazing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it off and get a little more comfortable.
Grab some of the snacks.
Yeah. Thank you. Cheese it up.
I guess I'll just vamp.
Just to rip a little bit.
Anyways, it's been very romantic, and I do love romance.
I wonder if this pork's still good.
The pork was made by someone for us, correct? It was
Ellen.
our friend Ellen made the pork.
Oh, she did make the pork?
She made it. Yeah.
Wes, can I get less of my microphone in my headphones? It's like blazing in my ear compared to the wonderful sounds.
Now I'm good.
What do we have up next on the big screening? I hope everyone's having a good time
Yeah.
watching these old bits.
There's my Dutch. I think it's a spider. Prowler, yeah.
Is it a 3-wheeler or is it 4 wheels?
I think it's.
Listen, I left my driving hat at home, so I'm swinging
Driving
around.
hat.
Okay?
I like these glasses.
Where you are and why you aren't picking up the phone. I just left. But,
Look at this wiggle.
either way, I'll need a couple minutes.
I'm prowling.
We were like, we had just moved to LA, and so we were kind of all into this, like, abusing and exploiting this, like, LA lifestyle. This, like, these mansions that you can rent.
I know. You see guys with this car driving around with the driving jacket. Like,
What is sexual romance even? It's so stupid. Sire, we also toured with. I don't know why you didn't come and confront the situation there. You got out of there. And you were very into the
I had telescopes in most bits.
Yeah, you insisted on.
Yeah.
How are we going to see that from far away? I have an idea. A tiny telescope.
Yeah.
Bye.
The sound effect. There he is. He's just been in there, in the woods.
Oh,
oh yeah.
Switcheroo.
Oh no. Bluetooth still in.
Hi, honey.
Wait, please.
It's cinematic.
Please. Don't shoot me.
Great storytelling.
Yeah. Lower down. Oh, bang.
Bang, bang. You got shot in the ball.
Sire telling the story.
Where's those bullets going? Eric looks like Edgar Winter there, doesn't he?
Yeah. Kate.
Yeah, shot in the balls.
Hello, 911. This sexual romance is over.
I mean, this bit is more about us having fun than anything else. It's more about us doing things and providing entertainment for anyone else.
He got shot in the balls. Wonder what Sire's up to.
I saw him pretty recently. I don't remember why. He came by last week.
Really? You dinner?
He picked up some antiques that I sold him.
Oh.
I've been dealing in antiques.
There he is. He's the best.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
There's 2 different pictures of him. 3 pictures of him. All right, what's next? What's next?
What's next?
Oh, more of this relationship. She is great. We have a date. Don't wait.
Captain.
She's my perfume.
6:30 too early?
For what?
Tomorrow. Fishing, remember?
Larry, no, I got a date with Carol tomorrow. I meant to cancel on you earlier. Sorry about that.
Dick, we've had this plan for weeks.
Larry, you got to grow
Your
up and
name's
shave your balls,
revealed.
okay? It's a real man's game. It's the big leagues.
I got the boat ready. I got the worms ready.
Larry. Shh. You can go fish with yourself. Take your pole out and stroke it. Put your fist in your mouth. Go ahead. Wipe away those tears, Larry. Come on. Why don't you go shave? Look at my calendar.
Everyone
Can't
is
do it.
obsessed with Mr. Anderson.
He's great.
Yeah, he's awesome. He was a great guy too.
Yeah. He was all on board.
There.
Yeah.
The dynamic has shifted.
Carol, he's been a bug
It's
all
a nice
week.
dress though.
Oh, the wig looks pretty good here. It was just a crapshoot.
I can smell that from right here. Let me get my fingers wet. 2 tickets to Stank Town.
Oh my god.
Let's make some plans.
Who's singing this?
Trip to Mexico.
Is this
Okay. Bird and the Bee. Inara.
Yeah.
And Greg.
Nara George and Greg Kirsten. Greg Kirsten, producer of Paul McCartney and others.
Yeah. I know, we had such insane musicians on the show.
This is Echo Park, if anyone wants to visit a awesome show original location.
It doesn't quite look like that pristine anymore. But.
No. There you go.
Wow. Some nice shots here. Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
A digital snake tongue.
Oh, what was that added? Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so. Yikes. You went for it there. Oh, this song I really like. This is a dark song.
Yeah. Almost like a musical.
I know. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Out of context from the other bits in the show.
Yeah, it's
like,
so.
I don't know what to do. My best friend left me for a piece of
coos.
Oh my God.
They had to bleep coos.
This is like Atwater, right?
Yes. Not too far from where I used to
Five, beautiful Five.
I don't know if I'll make it through the night.
I think we have a dark scene coming up.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
We just really got into our own heads about this dynamic of these people.
Wow.
Okay, well,
Oh,
happy Valentine's Day.
yeah. You know what's amazing? I mean, what's weird about Adult Swim was we couldn't say coos.
You couldn't say
but
coos.
we could show full suicide. Like, isn't that so fucked up? You can show so much violence.
Barrel in the mouth, head exploding out behind it.
That's fuck.
I know. It really says something about our society. I told you.
Oh, can I have some of that apple juice?
Help yourself. Oh. I hope the sound sounds better than it does in my ear.
It does. It sounds terrible, actually.
Good.
But it's good.
It sounds like I'm talking through a 1920s microphone. I know. Hello, my ladies. Hello, my darling. By the way, if you did get the... Oh, I should wait on... I'm going to wait on that. That's a tease.
Yeah. Are we doing... Anyone have any questions? Or we're not there yet?
A couple. You want to take them now? Or
Yeah, well, yeah, sure. Just to mix it up.
I just feel we should...
Acknowledge that there is a lot... This is live, by the way. We're not taping this for some... You understand this is going to be edited later.
No, this is everything.
People are watching what we're doing.
People are seeing this. We had people from Dusseldorf in the VIP.
I could take my dang wang out right now. And it would be on the air.
Put this on their screen
that
so
wick.
they can see the questions.
We were obsessed with saying wick a lot. Dip my wick in there.
I think there are always words that we could say that we wouldn't get flagged that became very prominently used. Wick being one of them.
Dip my wick.
Probably couldn't say prick. Can the guys talk about the contributions from Jonathan Kreisel and DJ Doug Pound?
That's actually Jonathan Kreisel writing in. That's his
John
name.
Moxley. I mean, we've talked about... We didn't talk about Doug. I mean, impossible. I always say, when people say Tim and Eric, they're not just talking about these two guys.
No.
It's Kreisel, Doug, John Mugard, Ben Berman, and Rosie Sanders. It was a collective. We're the very prominent, obnoxious faces
Figureheads.
of that. Figureheads.
Yeah.
But
Love us or hate us.
Kreisel was like sort of, he was not, I wouldn't say the adult, but he was like sort of the sober mind.
Really smart.
Hard worker, like worked many, many hours, like would always be there, like sort of like the last guy there. He often he co-directed with us, which really was like him kind of being behind the camera and planning. And then Doug being, of course, sort of the mad scientist in the edit room, finding different ways of taking the big example is the Uma Ma sketch.
Yeah.
That was sort of a failed sketch that he resurrected.
Yeah, and if we were just sharing this with Dr. Brule on a text thread, if you look, there's a season of Brule, maybe it was the last season or fourth or third season, where you could tell Doug was in a dark place in his life, or he was just thinking dark. And all of the newscasters would always go, Scott Clam, Doug Prishby would go into darkness, and there'd be screams and horror.
There's that like reverse negative image where like their face is black.
And other editors, our friends, study Doug's work, and they're like, we don't even know how he got to that place, like how he came up with that. And that's
you have to process it through different filters. And
I would take some time and look at those, check it out, commercials.
Number one, Greg Head. Were there any bits that Cartoon Network completely shut down? I don't think so. We would usually self-edit things ahead of time, make sure that we were going to get it done. My wife and I spent our first. Jake says my wife and I spent our first wedding anniversary with you guys at the Egg. We talked about the Egg and the VIP. Look, everybody is curious about this. Google Egg Albany.
Egg.
Maybe Eric, you can put up a picture of the Egg.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
How does it feel to unleash a plague of pork's disease and change the world? Well, if anybody was at our live show, the last 30 minutes of the show was about a virulent disease called pork's disease
that spread through the air.
Spread through the air that was in the theater that we had to quarantine, and we had to basically kill everybody in the theater. It was a total coincidence, but towards the end of that run, we realized that we had run into a very similar experience that was happening in the world.
And I guess the one positive is that we got to share our last moments in public with our fans.
Yeah.
With Jake.
There's the Egg. We can see the Egg now on screen.
It's actually amazing.
It's not really an egg. I don't know why they call it an egg. It's basically half of a deviled egg.
That was some serious cold. I just feel for any of our people here that are watching that live in Albany and experience that cold on a daily basis. Holy fuck. That was wild.
What do we have next on the screen?
We're still.
I think we got one more from season 3, and then a couple more, and then we got our. We'll take a little pee break.
Okay.
Wonderful. Here we go.
Lindsay Porch. Oh, this one is
Oh my
fucked.
God, this is very fucked up. No, she won't mind me watching her.
300 feet is what the
Everyone's
judge
saying all the
said.
head. It's a crime to have binoculars. Is it? Through the window and watch. That's a crime.
As long as I can masturbate. He's such a creep.
I know.
In my car,
I can wait. So is he saying he won't rape if he can masturbate?
It's like another one of these fantasies that
set
the mood. Then she'll know that I'm the man for her. She'll never go back to that other dude. No, they can't call it rape if she concedes her body to me. That's what a fucked up idea. But we were like, I think even then we knew this was like on the edge.
Yeah. This was.
But we knew that if she was into it, then it was sort of this thing of like they're playing a game. They're playing the role playing.
Similar to Carolyn with Henderson. I mean, it was just full to the extremes.
I think that was my song. I just da dee 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 da da, like to be singing about this like guy that has a restraining order.
I know.
And then
peppy horn.
and there's Bob Drewing. I'm a big Drewing head. I can't remember where you came in late on.
I did.
DVD.
Yeah, I didn't like him at first. I don't know why I didn't like it, but now because he did a. Well, Spaghetti again. I fell in love with him again.
He was like he would tell the most kind of boring stories on set about I got this house up in Maine, but I can't go there now because
sounds like Frank Slayton too.
Yeah. I liked him though, and then he had a great. I gotta find this. He had his own song that he sent us.
Oh my God!
Something about Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
But he was just great. You can't make up a guy like that guy. That look is so classic.
And that was what we were attracted to when we came to L.A. We were like, Bob Drewing has to be a star in our show.
I think he was a big JFK conspiracy guy too. He was always telling. Oh yeah,
sure, he was way into that.
Oh, you gotta look at the Zapruder film. Anyways, big fan of that song.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Oh wow!
Thank you very much.
That's
my name is Tim Heidecker, and I am most handsome. And to prove my point, I have produced.
Your hair is really interesting here. What is going on? It's dyed.
Put me in a brown shirt. Suddenly, everything else goes.
Okay,
this is a classic.
Insane.
I'm Tim Heidecker. I'm an Aquarius.
There was a pause this for a second. There was a reference for this. I think Kreisel probably had it. It was like a Playgirl. It was a real. You could probably find it somewhere, but it's like a Playgirl promotional video or something.
Yeah.
And it's very similar in vibe to this.
We were obsessed. I mean, we probably told this story a million times, but we were back in the days pre-YouTube. We would have parties and bring VHSs together.
Yeah.
We'd watch these Playgirl videos. We'd watch like cruise ship instructional videos that would like totally inspire
Kreisel
the
had
show
a
and
great
the look.
video that was My First Gun, and it was like
my
NRA
God.
video that was like a father and son, like how to use your first hunting rifle. Just the production quality to those things were so important to us.
I'm sure you've seen this clip, but the guy in the cruise ship that's like carving the meat.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and a
that's
lot of
Vic found that.
Yeah,
yeah.
A lot of people send that to us, but I'm like, we love that. Of course.
Anyways,
let's get back to this. Oh my God!
I love my eyes and my legs. Probably.
Yikes!
This was. I catch myself looking at my body in the mirror.
I feel like this is
unbelievable.
a shoot that you weren't at,
dude.
You know that?
I have never been more upset.
There was one. I mean, it almost never happened.
I had a couple. I had some shit
Mike
going on.
Zanetti.
I had to miss like 2 shoots. One, I came late to Well, never mind. I can't even remember that. This was Whoopsie Goldberg.
This was like a rare Saturday shoot for some reason, and we just went for it, and I felt very.
It kind of makes me feel
semi-closed set.
I feel bad in two ways. A, because I love when you do body work. It's just very funny. But B, this bit is so good, and I wasn't a part of it, so it makes me feel
There might have been an actual little bit of a competition, because then there was another video that you were doing, and it was sort of like an actual competition to who could make the
Mine
funnier
was definitely
video.
not as
and yours,
good.
yours tanked.
Sucked. I did have the motor, the vroom vroom. We did have Bob Ross bring his vroom vroom in. That was funny. All right, let's get back to this guy.
I mean, how do you find? How do you go from like that guy exists and is like, okay, I'll come by. Like, what does he think is going on?
It would be my birthday,
Dobo?
my date's birthday.
Was this Obi-Dobi?
This is my
This is the best thing I've ever seen. It's a complicated shoe. There's so many sets.
So many.
Red.
His eyes are so wide.
Yeah. It's the least sexual thing of all time.
Oh my god.
This is Mike Zanetti, by the way, is a guy that's a real guy that like
a little bit of creative consulting
that my parents were friends with, who's like, we were obsessed with him as this guy that would be in our lives.
Bill Bono. Was that? Yeah, he was one of our interviews. This shit.
There's the great Richard Dunn. Rest in peace. Chubby.
Two really bad haircuts. Like, look at those haircuts.
Sort of the lighting too is not helping, but
I find Eric most handsome.
Bodar.
Bozar.
I find Tim the most handsome.
It all comes down to Rich, I guess.
Look at this
for some reason.
Winks.
Oh.
Who will win number one handsome man? Coming up next.
Wow.
And now the final round of the number one handsome man contest.
Oh, you see my video?
I'm the tiebreaker.
We didn't have time for your video.
Oh, that
each
sucks.
one of you, my French kiss in each one of you, I would know who is the most handsome.
Ooh, tiebreaker, French kiss.
I'm sorry, you want us to kiss you in the mouth, French style?
Oh yes, you're supposed to kiss with your tongue.
You want my spit that's been in there from lunch, the shawarma and everything.
Yes.
You want my pink tongue touching that yellow mouth?
Come in, French bee boys.
Oh God!
He loved it. Rich loved this stuff.
Come in, French bee boys.
All he knew was, you want me to bring my sweater?
Yeah.
He's got it.
French bee boys.
And he just had a blast.
Wow. Oh.
The Richard Dunn story is such a great life lesson, because I think.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
Like at that stage in your life, you can still be open to doing weird stuff and fun stuff, and become like have a whole other life in your late 70s. And he was so excited.
He was cool. Like he lived with Denise Gray.
I don't know if they lived together.
Yeah, never really found. But he had a companion, and he was happy, and he was doing comedy and working.
People recognize him. Are you Richard Dunn?
Yeah, he was signing like. There's a picture I just posted of him. He was signing like a girl's booty. That's a Valentine's treat. What do we got?
Last one,
and then it's the piss before the kiss.
Piss for the kiss.
for today, fellas.
Yes. This one.
So what do you guys have?
So this is fairly recent. This is
Yeah.
a jump in time. This is our 10th anniversary
10 years
special.
later.
We said we got to do a reunion of these two.
Yeah.
And most people will recognize this. This is the father and son.
Yes.
This is that song "I Live with My Dad." It's these two.
Which we
He doesn't
should
look
play.
like that was shocking because
Yeah.
he really aged between those. I mean,
I also feel like
some people don't, some people do.
I respect this look. I feel like
Yeah, I mean, he looks great. I'm not saying he
love
looks
this
bad.
hair and goatee. Not a lot of people can pull off a goatee.
It's almost
David
a George
Cross, no.
Lucas. It's almost a George
Yeah.
Lucas.
Oh, my wife is cooking me up a steak.
Nice. Yeah, my wife is doing the same thing. Yeah. A Chibo.
I'm thinking mine's going to be a ribeye.
Yeah.
So much of her stuff is like jealousy and
sides.
Of course.
Like
nice.
Men wanting traditional
cream
steak
spinach
and sides.
It's like their wife is making them a steakhouse dinner.
Like things off with the shrimp cocktail and a wedge salad.
No, but stop. This is only things that you'd have at like a steakhouse.
I know.
Have that
No.
You'd have shrimp cocktail. You'd have wedge salad. You'd have cream spinach.
I know. Well, we are always obsessed. The most awkward moments are when you see your dad being jealous of another man, or just like having competition with other men. It was so awkward and beautifully comedic that it's all we care about.
What is your wife making for you?
What is your wife making for you?
I'm not sure. Probably steak.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, phew.
Oh no.
Same song legends karaoke. Great.
Horns. Yeah. We're just shaking his car.
Yeah. Another DP work from you.
I was a wedding photographer, so I know how to do Zoom. On the bone.
You've got a good story about this, finding out that there's a whole world of people that know this song that don't know about us.
Oh, this is amazing.
Can you pause it for 1 second?
Yeah.
Good
I
pause.
was in Australia, and my wife's family, they came to our show in like Sydney, and they really liked it. I don't know if they know like our whole careers stuff. And her sister, Bridgie, was like, "Oh, Eric, you got to see." "Oi, Eric!
Oi!
You bastard! You got to." No, she showed me that. She's like, "You got to check out this video. It's crazy." And it's this video, and we're watching it
with like 1 million views.
Yeah,
on
and
YouTube.
her and her brother.
There's no way to know that we had anything to do with this video.
Yeah, it was Australian YouTube, youtube.au, which is shit. Right. No, and I was like, I actually made that. It was Tim Heidecker.
I am the DP of that.
I'm the DP.
Shoot,
I actually shot it. So it was just a beautiful moment connecting with my family and with the youth.
Okay.
And this is our art.
Uh-oh.
Your brother-in-law makes this.
He's going to kill her because she made spaghetti again.
It is true. All men want steak.
Oh, I think
spaghetti again.
I think I wrote this song, but it's also coming from reality. My mom has come to pause for a sec. My mom would come to visit a lot recently, the past few years. And you want me to do spaghetti again? You want me to make spaghetti again? Because I have kids, and they love it. I love it too. But spaghetti again, okay. Let's have spaghetti again, I guess. And then that spaghetti again became a thing in our house. And I warned you. I don't want spaghetti again.
We should send this to your mom and tell her that story. She'll be like, oh.
She'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
She knows. I know. I make spaghetti too much.
It's a good thing. I mean, for Valentine's Day, I think everyone should step up. Couples, man, woman, whatever. Give to your partner in these times. You know what I mean? I tried to give Tim Heidecker a beautiful sous vide pork. It didn't work because of medical shit. But
that was just a sketch.
Yeah, tomorrow, if you don't have... tomorrow, if you do have a loved one, just go the extra mile. And if you don't have a loved one, check out that new cinnamon lube that we're selling on our website, and it'll spice it up.
There you go. Oh yeah,
we gotta I was checking out all the music on Spotify. We have to release
Volume 2. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is so good. There's more. Spin.
Spaghetti was just the first course.
Sing it, everybody.
I know you're hungry
as a horse.
I got some laundry to turn you on. I'm cooking veal parmesan. I love it comes out of the oven just like cold.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Zoom into the mouth.
There's a whole other There's like a third turn here where they're like kind of disappointed. I love that.
Yeah.
Like,
here's the first
she's
turn.
like,
No, and then we got this. He's checking in on it.
There's so many complicated emotions going on in those 20 seconds. First of all, why is she disappointed?
Yeah.
And then why was he there?
Yeah.
And then, very David Lynch.
We have another story. I don't know if we should get into it.
No, I know what you're talking
related, but maybe on the next watch along
That's a platinum member VIP story.
I mean, fucked up the shooting conditions in that.
There was some problems with that
Yeah.
house. A couple of questions, and then we'll take a piss and then a kiss.
This is from Genevieve. This come over spaghetti again, canon to each other.
This come over and spaghetti again, canon to each other. Can you?
It was
explain
when
that?
the first one was playing, so they're asking if it's all canon. These three songs. Is it the same world?
Although there is a bit of inconsistency because the first guy that she's into is a different guy. So they're
into different guys.
Yeah, she's.
It is some kind of story. The Jennifer Mims character is always. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we did have some beef with Jennifer Mims.
I don't remember.
I hope it's quelched.
Some of the cast members become overzealous in their fandom or their.
They get upset when they don't get included on new projects, or if we don't go on tour with them again. And we had that a lot.
Jennifer Mims could have been in the Beef House, wasn't for whatever reason.
She could have been great in the Beef. I had a funny. Speaking of Beef, a friend just sent me a text out of the blue, and she was just like, "You've Beef House ruined Sopranos for me," and she's must be rewatching Sopranos like everyone is in the quarantine, and saw Meadow Soprano, and now associate her with Beef House, which is, I'm sorry to ruin it, but that's what we do.
What do we got? Sydney asks, how did you lovebirds meet? Meet spelled M-E-A-T?
Temple University, hooty hoo, Philadelphia, film school, lived in the same dorms. Yeah, I saw Tim. We literally were giggling the first hangout, which is very rare for, a new man-to-man relationship when you're laughing like that. We also had friends, Jared Alterman, who I've been texting with recently. We just did music. We did funnies.
No real plans for any kind of partnership beyond. Oh, you could be a good comedy partner for the next 30 years.
Yeah.
I'm looking for comedy partners. Oh, you know what? I've heard this about you. Maybe not. Ashley Morris says, God, all I want in my whole life is for Eric to know I love his legs.
Let me give you, for Valentine's, I'll give you a little look.
You're a well-proportioned man.
I have a couple good things going. And one is just...
great calves. People have talked about your calves and your thighs. And somebody said you have small ears? No. What was it?
Someone said I have a small mouth.
A small mouth. Yeah, you do have a small mouth. A relatively small, like compared to Mick Jagger, let's say.
Yeah.
Like
but
you have a fairly cool. Tight mouth. Tight.
I know. I've always wanted a big mouth.
I don't think it's like an unreasonably small mouth. It's just it's not a big mouth. It's a tight mouth.
Ashley, I'm going to get my...
like a tight vagina is your mouth.
Yeah. I might have to get implants just to get that.
Wide now. You should sleep with one of those. Yeah. With one of those.
Retainers.
Yeah. Eric's going to bring up a Mick Jagger mouth.
Yeah. That's not that. I mean, that looks like those are deflated.
But that feels like if you were going to find a picture of Mick Jagger with big mouth, that wouldn't be the picture, though. Right?
No.
So Eric Notoricola
bring up that lick video.
Is panicking right now because he realized he picked the last picture of Mick you'd want to see.
There you go. I mean, he has one of the best mouths.
Wow. How interesting that Mick has a matching fedora suit, too. It's all tied together. So are we at the intermission?
Finally, I got big lips.
All right, one more question, and then we'll... There you go. One more question, and then we'll take a piss and a kiss.
There's a nice mouth. Did any of the actors on the show hook up?
Don't know.
Why is it usually Tim, not Eric, in the nude roles? He's just got the confidence. I've always respected Tim for that. He's always made me laugh a lot. Yeah, it's just confidence thing. Someday I will do that, or maybe not. Maybe just not.
You had a pretty strict rule, like I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to go there.
Yeah,
and I didn't have that hang up, if you want to call it a hang up.
No. I just have. You have a funny. You have a good body and funny. Like Jack Black has a funny big.
I'll
body.
tell you what it is. You have a naturally funny
non-nude
package.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got the height and the glasses and everything. You've like a Peter Sellers kind of thing.
Like handsomely funny,
but also like I got to work harder with what I got.
Yeah.
So I got to put on wigs, or I've got to show my belly, or I got to show my ass. I got to push because I'm just a regular, normal-looking guy.
Push.
I'm not a weirdo.
Andrew Rajesso.
Those poems that you recited, did you each write one for the other and swap it live tonight? Yes, we specifically discussed not sharing our poems with each other so that we could get a nice live reaction. And you were more amused by your poem than I was.
I knew I was going to crack up at that moment.
Well,
I wish I didn't.
We had a technical difficulty as we began, which many people will have seen and have seen now, that took me completely out of the experience. So any kind of mirth or any kind of pleasure I was having in being live and experimenting with comedy with you was completely washed.
Oh, I saw it in your face. And I was standing there with 2 plates of pork where a bunch of men ran around trying to change batteries.
There's like, where I heard this. This is always a bad thing to hear. Where's the battery box?
Yeah.
And I'm looking around like, they don't know where that is. There's no way they know where that is. There's a million boxes around
I was
here.
closing to just walk out of the watch along, just saying good night.
But they are pros in some sense because it did eventually work out.
Yeah.
But my energy for that piece went down. Forever squashed.
I saw it in the actual bit, but
maybe
I actually think if we review what we did, it was lovely, and it was
an 8 out of 10.
To me, it's like, okay, I'll sign up for the watch along. I have $10, but we gave a Valentine's play. That was just an addition we did for free.
I mean, is the Valentine's Day, is that play canon? Is that part of our oeuvre?
Listen, guys, we've been drinking apple juice. I know you guys at home with your lovers, you might need to take a break from us. We're going to do a quick piss.
And then we come back for the kiss and the second half of the show, what does it include, Matt? What are some things people can look forward to?
Going to get into some bedtime stories. And,
wow, lovely Linda. Terry.
Long form shit, folks.
This is,
And a little married news team.
Okay.
Get your wine, get your apple juice, get some cheese.
Don't go nowhere. We're just halfway through this fucking thing.
Yeah. We're doing a piss and then a kiss.
A piss and then a kiss.
Dude, that's amazing. Wait, did you just cut to that?
Hi, everybody. We're back. Piss and a kiss. We got to do.
We did it.
There it is.
I felt good, you know?
I don't mind.
A nice, what's nice about a kiss? COVID. What's nice is a nice empty bladder before any kind of kissing, lovemaking. I'd always advise that. Also, eat light. You know, like I know in Tim and Eric comedy, a steak and sides, mashed potatoes. That's what.
What the hell's this about? What am I, Steve Bannon?
What's under there? Is that it's the bulletproof vest. I just would go light because then your body moves a little bit better for lovemaking. It's just a little bit of it's just romance.
So I would say 2 hours before lovemaking, no liquids.
Yeah, just
no drinking, no water, anything.
You need to do a little liquids and wine, of course, or some if you're doing a cocktail. I don't know where I was going with that. Maybe mainly just eat light, do a piss, and then get into your kiss.
A piss and a kiss. That's why we say it's a piss and a kiss.
And a little apple juice.
Eric and I did test negative for COVID-19.
Yes.
We did our due diligence, and our crew here is masked and being safe. So I don't want to hear any dings on.
Yeah. You guys kissed.
We respect science, and we respect local, state, federal regulations regarding safety and COVID-19 preparedness.
Even though we did give you Pork's disease on our live tour, we do take the real diseases serious.
So quiet.
Now, speaking of disease,
comedy and content,
love.
Speaking of content, this is the great couples of Tim and Eric are Carol and Mrs. Henderson, Mr. Henderson, and
Jan
and Wayne Schuyler.
Yeah, this is let's just get into it. Let's chit chat.
And now the only married news team
Now
in the Tri-County area, Jan and Wayne Schuyler.
Princess grew up little small.
What?
Okay.
I'm newscaster Jan Schuyler.
No Sex Week.
As part of Channel 5's No Sex Week, my husband Wayne and I here have decided to take it one step further and are abstaining from sex for a full year. Isn't that right, sweet?
I guess so, Jan.
That
Wow.
goatee
Actually, I'm
is
a little
a
bit
full
relieved.
paint
Gives
job.
me an opportunity to dry out down there.
Jan has so many problems with her body. Like, she never wants to fuck.
Welcome back. I'm Dr. Steve.
Oh, there we are.
I'm Jan Schuyler.
I want to give Jan a haircut. One of the coolest haircuts out there. It's going to feel like you're walking
One of the
on
coolest
air.
haircuts.
He can't see.
How close am I to your face?
Right here.
Does it feel lighter?
Looks wonderful. Feels much
heard
lighter.
about
Oh.
Jan's so horny for
This-
drool.
It's called mousse.
Oh.
And I don't mean the pudding.
Steve.
You want to make sure you put enough on your hand.
That looks like a lot.
I don't
Can
remember
touch
this
it?
at all.
Yeah, it's jiggly.
That's a while ago.
Now what?
This is a
Yeah.
If you just
Oh.
give a little like that.
Steve. Look, I got some on my nose.
ew.
Gross.
I'm Dr. Steve Brule for your fashion.
Just,
Divorce.
Steve Brule, it went through such a major evolution. I always compare it to the Homer Simpson thing. When you look at the first couple seasons of The Simpsons, it's like, oh, they're not there yet with that character. And then, bam, he comes alive and check it out.
Yeah.
But some people disagree. Some people are like OGs Brule heads. They're like, I don't like how
the
grotesque.
greengrocer.
Yeah. I'm like, well, that's not
we
where
don't
we're
agree.
at.
We don't agree with that. What season was that
Hey,
one
Jan.
in?
That was season 1.
Oh, that's
Now we're at
shit.
3.
Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Steve Brule, John, or the actor John C. Reilly, just wanted to come in and hang out and do some comedy. He had this amazing character, Dr. C. Brule, and Brule was the word that he described when he was in college after a night of drinking, all the sludge from pizza and alcohol and beer. That's the Brule. It was really part of that character. And we loved living in LA, like the newscasters, like we saw so many billboards of these like grotesquely made up plastic surgery freaks, and that's sort of how Jan and Wayne came about. But they also hosted some cable access stuff.
Yeah, we did a show called Encounters that Bob was on. I think it was even Bob's idea in Tom Goes to the Mayor. He said, you guys should have a married news team. You guys should do those characters as a married news team. There you go.
Bob. All goes back to Bob.
How do you think we know the Earth is actually really round?
Science!
We're always holding each other.
Science is also the reason we know that I'm incapable of having children.
Well, thank you for that, Jan.
Our doctor said my vagina wouldn't be able to support a live birth, so...
And now we have a special report on science and technology from our own Dr. Steve Brule.
Oh, there's the hair.
Yeah.
Hi, doctor.
There's always this thing like, can she walk?
Yeah. Today's day and age. Tell what the heck people are
Wow,
talking
the hair
about.
was amazing
So
here.
my piece this week is all about science.
Oh.
And scientific ways of knowing what the heck people are talking about.
Speaking of hair, Tim used to cut his own hair
This is
for this bit. He would
Emotionalizer.
time it so he would do a real cut.
Who wants to be a
crazy.
skinny pig?
I'd be happy to help out. How does it work?
You gotta take off some clothes so we can get some skin contact.
Oh, all right.
I don't think so, guys. No.
We had so much makeup on. All right.
Ooh, wazza. Okay, first.
Love Jan.
I don't think we have any lenses in the glasses.
Ow.
No, Dr.
just
Steve,
think
so many
this
glasses.
is safe for
That
Jan.
was a hairy belly
Nice soft
for a
skin
woman.
on this guinea pig. Clear your mind.
I'm just whatever I'm feeling.
Let it flow.
Wow.
You feel it tingle?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just added the tingle parts so that it would tingle.
Okay. Something's happening here. What does it say?
Old ear.
Steve.
Wayne, you can't be here because you're throwing off the readings. You can't tell what the heck.
All right, Doctor. You okay?
It's the way
Oh
I
yeah,
feel
so
about Wayne.
Jan
That's
must
why
be
it's
horny
saying
for
that,
Wayne.
horny.
Yeah.
So let's take Wayne out of the equation to see what happens.
Get a regular reading. Just try it now.
Sorry.
Yeah.
How's it say?
There should be nothing.
Horny.
Oh.
Up.
Why the heck did that happen?
Well, we'll be right back.
God, I mean,
I'm still horny.
even John looks like a
Turn
baby.
it off,
I
Mike.
know.
So
it's
weird.
wild.
Oh, and then these two old
Yeah, it's like
fucks. And then there's these two old fucks.
giggling fox.
Now, are we getting into the real stuff?
Yeah.
Not that's not real
Yeah.
stuff.
Demotion.
Demotion. Okay.
We picked this because this is there's a lot of love stories and bedtime stories.
Mm-hmm.
This one has a very particularly romantic scene in it.
One of our favorite guys, Will Forte, to work with.
Yeah. It's one of these, like, maybe I'll feel differently after watching it again, but I always feel like, oh man, this is everything I want to do.
Yeah.
This bit. It's got everything going on. But let's see, maybe
All the other actors are amazing too. Fred Willard.
Yeah, I can't remember her name right now, but the woman who's
She's
in
so
Veep,
good.
she was the daughter of the the vice president in Veep. What's her name? Shit. But let's watch the demotion, and then after that, we're watching the Terrys, which is a whole other conversation. Original title sequence. That looks okay. No. Well, I think I understand. It's a dream.
Yeah.
It's a horny dream.
This fucking effect. Oh my god.
Oh.
Dude. I feel like I lost sleep over that effect.
Look, Will,
But Will Forte nailed
you're a
it.
damn good air traffic controller. In fact, you're one of my best. But we lost 158 lives today.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Now, you more than anybody know that I have a better chance of resurrecting those lives than of firing you. But what I can do is order you to meet with a sleep therapist.
What? Dan, a sleep therapist.
You've nodded off 3 times now on the job. This guy is the best, Will. Use him. Get yourself some Z's.
Now, pause for a
Yes.
second.
He'll be
This is a good argument for bedtime stories should have been a 22-minute show. At least. Because whatever happened in that minute should have been 10 minutes.
I know. We
right?
probably had it. We have probably had it. And
you got to establish that he works there, that he's falling asleep on the job. I just thought it was a funny idea originally that there's a guy who's an air traffic controller who falls asleep and planes crash, but he never loses his job for it. It's just a thing. It's like a thing that happens. Somewhat of a normal thing that happens.
at your place tonight at 7.
Moves way too quick.
I know.
What is it, a subway stop? No, he's in his bathroom.
Just a minute.
Was this
Just a
set,
minute.
right?
Yeah.
I'm coming.
I love the idea of somebody that's in the middle of a shit.
Yeah,
and the doorbell says, "Oh, I got to wipe."
Yeah.
Hey, are you Will? I'm Jason, your sleep therapist.
Oh, yes. Hi. No, I was...
Didn't have time to wipe.
It's okay.
I didn't have time to wash.
Wash your hands later before I put my fingers in my mouth.
So what's the plan? How do we do this?
For our first session, I just would like to hook you up to my doohickey so I can monitor your sleep patterns.
Okay, well, yeah. Okay.
The last thing you want is this kind of guy helping you out for sleep.
Also, like,
Let me just set up the clunker.
Yeah.
Shouldn't shake your hands because it hasn't wiped.
Monitors your brain
I
waves,
haven't washed
your
it.
pulse, and your breathing.
All right. What? Is it going to make that noise all night?
Just consider the sound a bit of white noise would help you sleep.
This accent. So good.
This
We
is
should talk
making
about this
some weird
accent for a
noises.
second.
Yeah.
Stop
Hold
for a
on, let
second.
me reset the clunker.
The clunker.
There was this porno tape in college that we had. I mean, you know, back in the day, there was like 3 tapes that went around.
Yeah. You just shared
nudie-
tapes.
Yeah. And there was this one that was like a German porno. And it was this guy, it was all narrated by this German who spoke like that.
Yeah.
There she is. There's the Chippy.
That's how we got Chippy.
Yeah.
From this porn.
Chip is waiting for the gentleman to come. There he is. He's going to take her, and they're going to make love. Wait till you see how this goes.
Yeah.
This Chippy is waiting for it. Yeah.
And they make love now. It was literally like that.
Like
It was-
this narrated scenes. So we've always wanted to incorporate that guy somehow.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're like, this guy talks like that.
Is
Not.
I know. We had dude, that was a good show. I mean,
People ask for more, but
yeah.
they're tied up in Rick and Morty right now. They got Rick and Morty catering budgets to worry about. And, and toys.
Toys. Yeah, it was fun to make those episodes. It was so
Yeah, they're like
creepy.
little movies.
Yeah. Lovely Linda.
Oh, speaking of, we made a terrible decision.
Yeah.
A long time ago when we thought that was going to be the best thing ever. We made Matt. How many of these exist?
Like in existence?
Yeah.
Total?
Thousands?
Couple hundred.
I think we're selling these for like 99 cents on our new website.
We thought these would we thought these would just be the biggest selling things of all time. But
Lovely Linda.
they're not. I think they're pretty cool.
They are cool.
I mean, they definitely spice up the bedroom a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone needs a little spice right now. The COVID. I mean, it's hot. I feel.
And they are part of the VIP bundle that you can get.
So if you are gonna make love on Valentine's with the lovely Linda, why not take a shot for us, post it online, and we'll.
I'm making a direct address to camera. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to watch something called The Terrys.
All right, ready?
All right, The Terrys.
Talk about The
Why
Terrys.
do we make this? This was part of Funny or Die had a TV show on HBO.
Yes, Funny or Die presents.
We made some great shit on that. We made The Diarrhea, which I don't know if ever
That
aired.
never aired.
Not a great thing to start with. We did The Terrys.
Just
which-
Three
epic.
Boys.
Just Three Boys.
Scott and Bear.
Scott and Bear, which is great. It's hard to find. It's on HBO.
It's probably, if you have HBO Max,
Yeah.
it might be on there.
But this one was special. This is the first time we worked with. Oh, was the second time we worked with Rachel Morrison?
Might have been the first time.
Yeah. She also shot our movie and just had an artistic eye, amazing DP, and we shot in a real trailer park. So the first time we did a full little cinematic short story.
This predates Bedtime Stories.
Yeah.
This was sort of the prototypical Bedtime Stories episode, but I have not seen this since we made it.
Flying Lotus did the score. It was cool. It was really cool to take all these things.
That was the vibe of Funny or Die Presents. You had a lot of Paul Scheer.
Yeah.
A lot of Tom Lennon. And then this
A lot of
film.
goofs.
A lot of sketches, and then there was the Terrys.
Just getting a big bunch of brie real quick. That's full screen.
Show that brie.
This is a watch-along experience. This is some beautiful Valentine's brie.
TMB. That's too much brie.
Making a real mess of this. Oh, no!
Oh, that brie's down.
I'm so sorry.
Brie's on the rug.
I'm so sorry.
Brie's on the carpet.
Cut away. Cut back to
Summer breeze.
Wow. I mean, I get why Terry's is
Controversial.
favorite. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to say
I was going to say it's a... Yeah. You never loved it. But I feel like you got it this time, finally. 10 years later.
It's not the funniest thing.
No, but it has a little heart.
Well, yeah. Definitely
Has a
has
little
heart.
emotion.
It's very... I looked it up today just to I typed in the Terry's Tim and Eric, and there was some article that the headline was just so offensive it almost dares you to watch it.
Oh my God.
There's a little bit of that going on, but very well done. And what is that, Eric? Oh, I thought you were looking something. You have something to share with us?
No, I'm just looking up the answer to one of the questions.
Oh, let's do questions.
Yeah. Any chance for more bedtime stories? We'd love to. I mean, after watching those 2 episodes, we're like, damn, we need to make another show like that, a movie like that. We have some ideas. We're working it out. Yeah.
Who did the FX makeup for the Terrys? I don't.
Ed French?
Ed French, yeah. Guy named
Gotta be.
Ed French, one of the
Was a
masters.
pro. Yeah. It was a very different experience than Carol Mr. Henderson. He was awesome.
Travis wants to know any Tim and Eric productions beyond Adult Swim in the future. No, nothing. I mean,
They're asking, will they? I think, will they be on?
What will?
Will there be any Tim and Eric productions
on?
on?
Not that I know about.
Oh.
Philip Smith, do you like pizzeria? Is that your friend's place in Philly?
Yeah, Badia. We like it.
What is the best thing you've done, and why is it Bathroom Boys? William Booth
That's
asks,
a funny question.
what is the best thing you've done, and why is it Bathroom Boys?
Everyone loves the. I mean, we love it too. Working with Zach, and I remember pitching Zach on Bathroom Boys, and I remember him saying "Haven't we done enough of this? These 3 guys."
Yeah, we're definitely near the limit.
Yeah,
of where we can go with this dynamic.
Yeah, that would have been. There was some good Valentine's romance in that one as well. Just some of the humping in the stalls. We lived in a bathroom.
Yeah. Not really relevant to Valentine's Day, but I think the only thing I haven't seen from you guys is Magical Balloon. Any chance of putting it on Channel 5? Oh, that was another Funny or Die thing, I think.
What's that?
I think that was the Kreisel. One of the Funny or Die shorts was something that Kreisel did with. Who was that with? Karen Black and Bud Cort. And I think if you can find the Funny or Die Presents show, you would find it there.
Yeah.
We just gave Kreisel his own chunk. Do whatever you can write it and do whatever you want to do. It was like one of the first kind of things, like when you think about Absolutely Productions doing other people's shows, that would have been kind of one of the first ones. We have no idea, Jordan Yogurt, where the puppet Terry
Yogurt.
puppet is now.
Jordan Yogurt is not your real name, Jordan. But I like that.
Gabriel asks, what's the big next project for you boys?
I think another watch along next month. We have been toying with the idea of you guys decide what we watch.
That's right. Fan favorites.
Fan favorites, because everyone's has their one, their favorite picks, and they want us to.
Jared Stark wants to know, do you have nightmares about the stuff you make? I will tonight.
Yeah.
After seeing some of the things I've seen. Nothing to speak of. I will not share any details about what's up next. Probably not that question. Anything else? Good?
Sorry, the chat's
bumping.
Chat's
How was
bumping.
tonight? I think it went really well. I think the Valentine's play was awesome.
Matt, what's the fan reaction out there?
Oh, they're loving it.
What
You have a good time?
Did we get a rating? Did the fans give a number?
They could drop a number in the chat, and I'll tabulate.
I feel like it was 97.
Wait, what time did we start this? 5? So we're at like 2:20 right now.
Yeah.
In terms of hours.
Yeah, we can do a little palate cleanser last thing to watch, or we can not.
I'll take a couple more questions and then we could do the palate cleanser. Because we did say, as we looked at the schedule, ending on Terry's is heavy. It's a heavy.
Yeah.
It's a steak. It's not dessert.
No.
So we do have a little dessert. But let's take a
New
couple.
York cheesecake.
Deanne, watch along any watch alongs for Night Live? Maybe. Scott Diamond, no sweet berry wine for V-Day. We just went right to the brown wine.
I know.
The apple juice.
Oh yeah, a lot of people requested an apple juice report. They're very interested.
I kind of want to open that Chianti that was corked just for fun. But yeah, I think watch-alongs.
I have a sweet berry wine in my proto
Your locker,
my wine cellar. I don't like to call it. It is. I mean, have you been in this little ante room that I have?
I don't think so.
It's basically a wine cellar.
Wow.
Although I have some, but I keep my sweet berry wine there that
Nice.
you generously gave me a couple of cases of.
Got to
and
keep a stash there.
It's a great wine.
It's quality.
Tim, yell at my sister Allie. You've yelled at her twice now at the last 2 Michigan shows. Allie! You motherfucker! What the fuck is the matter with you? Did you find somebody nice to be with instead of these bums that you're always hooking up with on Valentine's Day?
That's his sister, Steven.
I know. Steven, I do whatever you want. Dwight Mulbrot.
When is the last time you worked with Bob O? That's a good question.
It's been a long time now.
If you don't know, he's kind of a busy man.
Did he do anything for bedtime stories ever? That's probably it. The Toes.
Oh yeah, Toes.
Toes.
That was amazing.
Was Sauce Boy based off My Strange Addiction, Diaper Freak?
Oh no, I've seen that show. I haven't seen an episode, but I get the idea. People eating like glass and shit. Like, come on.
I have a memory of coming up with that. You were over here at my house.
Yeah.
And we were trying to come up with a bet. I know what. This is kind of a funny story. We had written the tornado episode of Bedtime Stories to be a special. And in our heads, it was an hour. Remember this?
Yeah.
And we were preparing to do an hour-long tornado episode. And pretty, late in the game, Adult Swim was like, oh, I think that's a half hour.
Yeah.
And we're expecting another episode to make a full hour. So we're expecting 2 episodes, 2 half hours. Like, oh shit, that was a total miscommunication. Eric, come over, let's come up with an idea. And we're sitting around, and I think there was a general idea of we wanted to do kind of like a Goodfellas or mafia kind of thing.
And you were knee deep in diapers.
Well, no, that wasn't there yet. It was just like a gambling debt kind of thing. Like you're going to become the sauce boy.
Oh, yeah.
The idea was you're going to become the sauce boy because you owe me something.
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of what we know we wanted to do, something like that. And, the easy stuff is like Sauce Boys. Like, oh, you're going to have to cook in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Why do you owe me something? Why do you owe me? And I went in to take a piss. And I had like a kid, I had a baby at the time. And so if you look at that period of our work, there's a lot of diaper humor.
Yeah.
There's the Brule episode with the diaper changing. And I was like, maybe you're eating diapers. Maybe you can't help but eat diapers. Came back out from that piss.
Yeah.
Pitched it to you, and that was it. We're done.
I was fully on board, 100%. I also remember it being like, wow, that's fucking extreme, but that's what we do with bedtime stories.
And then you have to just play it as if it's like a real thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and the weird of the Diapers Eaters Anonymous.
A great question from Amy. Have you ever been to Scotland? That's, I think, the question everyone... that's the question everyone
Finally.
asks. No, well, it's the thing that we never talk about.
Yeah.
And everyone asks. Amy says, have you ever been to Scotland? Eric, I'll let you go first.
No.
My answer is yes.
There you go.
That's where we're at.
The exclusive.
He's a cat guy. I'm a dog guy. Yeah. He has not been to Scotland. I have. That's why it works.
Yin yang. Beef Boys coming back. One thing that Tim and I did during quarantine, we met in a park. It was a beautiful park that Tim Heidecker found, and it was lovely. It was,
Undiscovered Park.
Yeah, Undiscovered Park. We were distance writing, and we came up with a whole new season. And it's on pause,
permanent hold. Yeah,
until this fucking mess is dealt with. But Beef House was fucking really fun to make. It was awesome. We'd love to do more.
Did you guys get rejected? Saraj Quinto could be a typo. Is it Saraj? It's kind of neat. Saraj Quinto. Did you guys get rejected by actors you wanted to work with? The only one I can remember, very early on, we had this like lucky streak of everybody that we asked was on board for Tom Goes to the Mayor. And then we asked, I think, Jason Bateman to be, and he had done Arrested Development at the time. He was kind of a hot comedy guy.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm kind of focusing on other things right now. Or he had some lame answer that really made me feel like, really? It's a big deal. We just had Jeff Goldblum do it.
Yeah.
Come on over. Come on over. It takes you 2 hours. But that was really the only one, I think. We've gone up. I think we went for Johnny Depp for $1 billion movie, and
we aim high.
It would be better to just have a Johnny Depp impersonator. But Sarah, what are you doing for your ladies for Valentine's Day?
Steak and sides.
I'm doing steak and eggs.
A morning celebration?
Steak and eggs at Denny's at 6 p.m.
Denny's outdoors, elder dining.
In the tent.
Going on tour again. We'd love to. We had dreams of bringing the mandatory tour to England, UK, someday. It would be great.
How did you get the Shins to do the cover of Never Gonna Wipe Your Butt? Levi Shiu says.
Shiu.
Shins were one of our earliest fans.
Yeah.
We were, Eric, and before we had a TV show or anything, we showed our old videos before their concerts on the East Coast and a couple of shows.
Yeah. I think bands were just like sick of opening bands. They were trying new stuff and comedy.
They were in town, I think, playing at like the Greek Theater here in Los Angeles, and we had them come by and record it and just ask them to do it, and they couldn't be more excited to do it.
They were funny.
Emily Hopley, is there anyone in your family that can't handle some of the material? Everybody in my family. There isn't anyone in particular.
Yeah. The last watch along we talked about $1 Billion Movie I watched with my mom sitting next to me during my dick piercing, during the shrim, during Tim's lovemaking. She's not a big fan of those moments, but she loves me as a son.
I don't think my mom or my dad or my sister would find a lot to connect with in the Terrys.
Are you guys moving to Austin and starting a comedy club?
Yes, Wayne. That is actually the big news. I forgot to tell you guys about that. We are moving to Austin and starting a big comedy club. All these people are moving to Austin, and I like Austin, but it seems like there'd be periods. I mean, like anywhere, there'd be periods of time living there where you'd be like, I don't want to be here right now.
Well, how many days can you eat barbecue in a row and do honk-a-tong?
So Lily asks, would you guys consider doing a watch-along of timanderic.com Ultimate DVD Collection Volume 1? That is definitely on the ideas list because that's some interesting shit right there.
That's some early shit. Wow. Awesome.
All right. Michael Sesta what best Beatles album doesn't matter. It's not a question for this format.
We don't do favorites.
Matt, are you good?
Oh yeah.
How are you feeling, Matt, about the experience?
Wonderful. I'm having a great time.
I wonder if the pizza got ordered.
Well, it did. That's what I'm stalling, so hopefully it'll arrive perfectly timed.
We were going to present pizza to
It'll
you.
let you keep answering questions until the pizza arrives.
We'll take one more if there is one. Unless everyone wants to go back to their lives.
We have one more the little palate cleanser.
Oh, yes. So the
but
palate
here's
cleanser.
one. I don't know. They're questions like this, which I don't. Who cares? No offense.
Was that Beach House who did the intro music for early bedtime stories?
Yes.
No, yeah. For the first, we did the haunted house.
Yep.
When we were going to have a title sequence, we asked them to do it, and it was so great. But then it just didn't work with the. We didn't have time to do a title sequence in
it was 11 minutes, and you had to just slash it.
Yeah.
Eric Natronicola is off camera here directing tonight. You edited a lot of the bedtime stories.
Yeah, season 1.
Fair amount.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. You want a mic?
No.
Well, let me ask.
Okay.
No, I do have a question for you.
Sure.
In general, you always needed more time for those stories.
Well, the pilot, the haunted house, we couldn't get the time. Remember, we delivered it over, and then we added that wrap-up show at the end.
Oh shit!
Right, to fill in
to get
the
it
whole,
to 22.
Right, but every episode felt like fuck. If we had another 10 minutes here, we'd have a
wrap. They all should have been like 15.
They could have been. If we knew we were going into a 22, you could have 22 minutes. It would have been perfect.
Yeah, the wrap-up show is unbelievable.
That's a hard thing to find too.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's not easily accessible.
I don't think anyone had made fun of wrap-up shows at that point. I think
it really soiled my relationship with what's his name, Chris
Hardwick.
Chris Hardwick, which is a good, certain relationships. Certain relationships you're happy to have soiled. Tim, please bless my daughter Maddie. All right. So.
All right. Last watch.
Here's our palate cleanser. This is a deep cut, but it matches this look. And let's take a look. It'll be a surprise. Maybe not a big surprise.
I don't even know what it is.
Dear Tim, what does your sex look like?
Wow.
Sex is just for you. Secret admirer.
What does your sex look like?
Pretty good.
This one for me. Dear Eric, I'm a tiny tattooed woman who prefers a large gent. Would you make me a mommy? Love, Kellen James. Thank you so much, Kellen.
Pink makeup
on?
Here's one.
Jesus Christ.
Dear Tim, last night I dreamed you mounted me from behind. I woke up and changed the sheets. Love, Chrissy. So that's a nice one. It's a thoughtful one.
Let's do one more. Dear Eric, are you into threesomes?
Yes.
My uncle and I want to experiment from Mike Parcell.
Reference.
Why don't we take an opportunity right now and check in with Richard Dunn, Dunder the Covers.
Dunder the Covers.
Do a little punning and a little pushing, a little poking. Dunder the Covers.
All right, Richard.
Wow.
We
Sorry
have
to interrupt.
Richard Dunn
You seem
here,
like-
and we have the beautiful Gabby. What are
Talk
you guys
about
doing
live.
over there?
This is live, folks.
Introduced to each other.
Oh my
We've,
God.
Talk about making
pan
Richard's
over to
night.
see Gabby, or is that?
He loved this.
You guys got to block these shots out.
Gabby, if you could just look straight up and say hello, that's beautiful Gabby.
Yeah.
There's Richard Dunn. And the loser of the Valentine's contest will take Gabby's place and spend some time with Richard, which is not that fun.
And Gabby's going to join one of us, probably me, in the tunnel of love. And that's going to be something to look forward to. You know, honestly, I want to just come out and say that I think the whole Valentine's holiday is kind of a scam, and it's just not, it's always been about sex, and you know, sex is fine, but it's not the end all be all. Life's about a lot more than just that. So.
Right, but the problem is that you've never had sex, so how?
Believe me, I've had plenty of sex. There's no question about that. And
well, why don't you show everyone and me what you think sex is?
Just show you right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
What a disturbed couple of guys.
How Tim Heidecker has sex.
I will show you how I have sex. I think it's just like every other red-blooded American. I do what everybody else does. I take my pants down, and I just grab onto my balls and squeeze them as hard as I can, and I just squeeze. If I just keep holding that pressure, I keep holding that down, and I'm gonna come.
The fuck?
Okay, I'm gonna come. Here I go.
Oh, here.
And keep.
Yes. That's fine.
What it is.
That's great, but that's actually not having sex like you would have sex with a woman.
Oh.
That's what I'm talking about. You can't understand the power of Valentine's Day when that is what you have sex.
That's squeezing my balls so hard.
Look at the V.
I gotta clean this up. I'm not gonna sit down in this.
We have so many pants we had to open up like that to fit.
I'll sit in it, but.
Here's the back. Here's the comeback.
How do we not crack up on that? That's insane.
Yeah. So we made that show while we're shooting Awesome Show, and at night
we'd go downstairs and just bang it
this
out.
crazy world. We were like producing it during the day, so in between shoots, we'd be like, "Oh my God, we have this person. Richard Dunn's coming in.
Yeah.
John Mayer's coming in." We were probably giggled out by that point.
Yeah, we were probably exhausted.
Get through it.
Just one of the first live streaming internet shows.
Yeah, with this crazy box installed to do it. That was fun.
Well, thanks, folks. We hope we've turned you on.
Yeah, we hope we gave you a lot of ammunition, some ideas for tomorrow night with your lover. Take some of our artwork and some of our TV and some of our romantic moments and just translate that into your bedtime play and your steak and side dinner.
Yes, explain to your if you're a gentleman in a heterosexual marriage or a long-term relationship, explain the way that you have sex is by squeezing your balls so hard that eventually you ejaculate.
And everyone try the cinnamon lube. Everyone who got to do the watch along, we will be sending you a 64-ounce tub of the cinnamon lube, and you put in your holes and on your shafts and on your nipples.
Happy Valentine's Day, and more importantly, Happy President's Day.
Pizza's here. I think I heard it.
That's how the night began.
Wow. That feels like a day ago.